Good afternoon. Welcome back to Passionate World Talk Radio Network, a wholly owned subsidiary of Global Media Network, LLC. Educate, enlighten, entertain, mindfulness. And on today's program, we're going to talk to you about two kinds of phishings. One is called smishing, Smishing, and the second one is phishing, Phishing. They're both a form of social engineering attacks, but they differ in how they communicate and get at you. Phishing, Phishing, primarily uses emails, while smishing, Smishing, utilizes SMS text messages. This difference is crucial for recognizing and preventing these scams, as they both aim to steal your sensitive information. Now, here's more detailed breakdown for you. Phishing, Phishing, communication channel, primarily uses emails to trick users into revealing their sensitive information or clicking on malicious links. Their tactics often involve impersonating legitimate organizations using urgent or alarming language and including fake links or attachments. For example, emails claiming to be from banks, online retailers, or social media platforms. Smishing, Smishing, as a communication channel, uses SMS text messages to target users on their mobile, which also includes tablets and cell phone, and possibly your watches, because they're used for other things besides just telling time, to call a fraudulent number. Examples: text messages claiming a package delivery failed or that your bank account has been compromised. So, what are the key differences? Delivery method. Phishing, Phishing, uses emails, while smishing, Smishing, uses SMS messages. Your target audience. Phishing can target a broader audience, while smishing specifically targets mobile users. Urgency. Smishing often relies on creating a sense of urgency to prompt immediate action, like clicking a link or calling a number. Why the difference? Increase awareness. Understanding the difference between smishing and phishing and the different methods used by the attackers helps you recognize and avoid falling victim to these scams. Targeted prevention. Knowing that smishing uses text messages allows for more targeted prevention strategies, such as being cautious with links in unsolicited text messages. Staying safe. By being aware of the tactics used in both phishing and smishing, you can better protect your personal and financial information from cyber criminals. So what else do you need? Well, at https://www.power.marc.com, they give you a prevention of phishing attacks. Is that sometimes a combination of SMS, and what you do when you're phishing, which is messages on your laptop, and that they are used by cyber criminals to obtain your financial data or access your computer remotely. They also ask you to provide personal information, such as your credit card number. Cyber criminals frequently carry out smishing attacks because text messages are more frequently twisted than emails. And this misplaced faith may have contributed to the over 300% increase in smishing frauds over the previous 2 years. Are you familiar when somebody tells you you've won the lottery or a gift? Have you ever considered whether that call was actually real or accurate or complied with sweepstakes regulations? If so, you probably have received a smishing, SMS phishing. This is why we need to know what it is and how to avoid getting caught in their trap. So we discuss what you need to do. But the thing is, if you're suspicious, the first thing you do is call up and verify with your bank or retailer what exactly this is. And make sure you implement your two-factor authentication because it will add an extra layer of security against potential smishing attacks. Now, they can tell you that there have been several smishing scams targeting several Irish retail banks and their clients, especially since the summer of 2020 and the start of COVID. And smishing or phishing scare you by stating that you must respond immediately to avoid experiencing catastrophic consequences. But if you call your bank, they will either deny or say, yes, that's true. So you need to be very careful and always authenticate what you're seeing or hearing. And of course, the best thing to do is just delete it. Now, I can tell you that I received a smishing message, from my doctor's office. It was a small amount, under $100, nothing to get upset about, but still I knew that my doctor's office never sent me SMSs about a bill that needed to be paid. So I deleted it. And when I got to my doctor's office 2 months later, the receptionist walked in and said, "You owe us ABC. We sent you an email." And I said, yes, and I deleted it because I've never received an email from you asking for payment. And she laughed and said, next time we'll call you first. And I said, please do, otherwise you will be deleted. So you should know that hackers use social engineering to enable them to send you a text on your mobile phone. Malware. You can be tricked into downloading malware or opening a link to a malicious website containing a virus or spyware. If you share your banking credentials, they may urge you to submit your banking credentials on a spoofed website and drain your savings completely by accessing your account. Sharing your corporate login information. They may ask you to sign in using your corporate login information to gain access to your company's internal systems and sensitive databases. So this is something you really need to think on, not just dismiss. So how does it work? Basically, to mislead you into thinking their communication is authentic, and they'll send you a text message utilizing social engineering techniques. You either click on the malicious link attached to the SMS or provide them access to personal data like username, passwords, emails. Once your information is hacked, the hacker uses it to perpetuate fraud or sell stolen information on the dark web. Why is it becoming more common? The fact is that it's a simple hoax to carry out, and that the artist only needs a few phone numbers and a cunning method of getting individuals like you and me to text back to gather the necessary information. And people seem to adore SMS text Within 3 minutes, 95% of text messages are opened and replied to. So you can see how texting scams may be more alluring to a theft, given that just 20% of emails are ever opened, much less responded to. There are several types of smishing attacks out there. The first one I mentioned, COVID-19. Then there's the gift smishing that uses social media applications like Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp to send out messages to victims. The message claims that the recipient has won a gift and encourages you to click on a link. However, upon clicking that link, malware will be downloaded into your computer. Fake services smishing. The fake service attack involves an attacker sending out emails claiming they can fix problems with computers or devices, such as viruses or other issues with software or hardware. These emails often include attachments that contain malicious software, which can install Trojans or other forms of malware onto your device without your knowledge. And then there's the invoice or order confirmation. A business sends a simple invoice or order confirmation via text message. The user enters their payment information on a fake website. When they click on the invoice link in the message, the goal is to get you to download malware onto your device. And then there's the financial services. Messages are sent to users from their bank or credit card companies, alerting them of suspicious activity on their accounts, but instead they download malware onto their devices. So, how do you prevent this from happening? 1, never respond. You can confirm a working number for the hacker in addition to potentially causing the malware to be installed on your device. Then they can employ it in more fraud schemes or incorporate it into a list to sell for profit on the dark web. Contact your bank or your retailer directly. They pose as reputable companies and banking organizations in smishing. Cyber criminals frequently attempt to pose as reputable companies and banking organizations. The best action is to get in touch with your bank or shop immediately. If you receive a text and wonder about its veracity, visit your bank's website and contact them saying that you've been scammed. Use the 2FA. Two-factor authentication can provide an additional layer of security if you fall victim to the scam and reveal one of your credentials. When you try to log in, biometric technology employs facial recognition and fingerprint technologies to confirm your identity. Conclusion. So if you're confused about what is smishing, it's a little like smishing, except you're getting SMS instead of emails. But in the end, it's the same, since it's your information and assets that are at stake. For email phishing prevention, we recommend that you deploy a DMARC analyzer at your organization to protect your domain against unauthorized use. DMARC experts will also give you information on the state of your email domain security posture and help you formulate a strategy for the future. However, there are websites, for example, like SiteGround and Bluehost, that includes that as a free service to protect your websites from being attacked from scammers and other malicious links. Look into what your website providers provide to you. It's even extra worth to you the extra $5 or $10 a month to protect your website, and also send you reports on a monthly basis on whether or not your website has been attacked. I have received lots of that reports from SiteGround, and I am happy to say that I've never been hacked. Something for anybody with a website to think about. Thank you very much for listening to today's program, Smishing, SMISHING versus Phishing, Phishing. This program, Scam Damnation, is brought to you by Ruby.ai. Check it out at http://AI-with-Lillian.com. And it'll take you to a web page where you can read the testimonials. You can have a demonstration of the product. And then please sign up for a monthly subscription. AI is here to stay, and it's only going to become more complicated. Mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, and the kids K through 18, they have to take AI in school and prove that they're certified in it before they can graduate and go to college. So join the fun. The other company is PassionatWorldTalkRadio.com. Check us out at Conscious Research Solutions. PassionatWorldTalkRadio.com/research made simple blog. It answers all your questions about the pain points one encounters when one is doing research, and sign up for a free 15-minute consult with us and learn either how to use our services or how you can get the research necessary that you need for your business pleasure or just for fun. And if you always want to hear the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, then please go over to PassionatWorldTalkRadio.com/donations and leave us one. It's run by a woman-owned, woman-run internet talk radio station. We've been up for 19 years, and we're aiming to be around for another 19. Thank you very much, and have a great day.